Hello and welcome to the first of four or so, stretch five screencasts where I'm going to be discussing your comments. It's freaky, you might hear some dogs in the background. And all right, we're just going to jump right on in. Remember, these are going to be like, I'm looking at these as initial impressions from someone coming to your site and also trying to help see what is missing and what could be improved. So the first one is Abby's Witty Chicks. Oh, a new post since I've looked at it. So these are all very witty chicks. I like this layout. It's really quite compelling. You know exactly what we're seeing when we look at it. When I look at the title, I don't know who this blog is by. So your favorite comedians by Abby Panetta or something like that. We need a name in here to associate with your site. All right, let's click on Sarah Silverman. Nice picture of Sarah Silverman. Okay, so at first when I see this, we would love to have some links to like Sarah Silverman's websites. This, excuse me, the writing here, the font is nice. It's a nice font, but it's very small. So for a blog like this, we really need to chunk the text a little bit, have more paragraphs, have some subheadings, and make them fun. You might make them, funny because this is a comedy blog, at least. We might actually begin the post by contextualizing it within the context of these reviews, okay? That way you're writing within a community and you're not just saying, go look at these at the end. Because a lot of people, to be honest, don't get to the end of things. They see things early on, and then if they're interested and they see that you're within this kind of community, they'll read further. So please do that. But I really do. It's a nice clean site. This is a huge thing. We need to have a category, a real category. So uncheck that uncategorized and make a category. A category, remember, is something that describes the overall goals of the post. So if this is a review, if this is a discussion, well, I don't know what it is, but you'll want to have that. And then we also need tags, obviously. Let's see. Do we have an about page anywhere? I don't see a menu. Here's the menu. About. Okay. As I read through this, I still don't know who this blog is by. Your name is not mentioned at all. You have the I, but who are you? Why is that? I have no idea who you are. We just need to know your name, really. And this should be chunked also. Take a look at see how nicely this is laid out with these big headers and the nice wide font. Obviously, you can't control the font on your theme right now, but this makes it very easy to read, and we need to have that kind of ease of reading here as well. Okay, let's see. Welcome to the revolution, Abby Piro, bringing back guitar music. That's an unfortunate placement of music right here because of this yellow. I don't know if you can recrop this image just a little bit to bring this yellow down so that this line appears in here, and then you'll be able to read it a little bit better. I see this business is still here, is not on any page. The first thing I see is that this is a very nicely laid out blog. It's got all the 3 columns. Everything looks the way it's should look on a professional looking blog. It just looks really, really nice. We get a lot of information in one page. Above the fold is what we would say. As we scroll, we're going sort of below the fold. Concert reviews, band profiles, about. Let's click on about. This reads very much like it was the proposal, and that's fine to borrow from the proposal, Abby, but we need to revise this so that we're writing for the blog, okay? And this should not be a post, it should be a page, it should be a static page, and so please do that. I see that you have this under recent posts. Static pages are here under pages, and you'll see that there's already an about page here for you. So all you have to do is edit that and then delete the default template content and then get rid of that. And then under the menus area, you go ahead and add that about page to your menu as you've added your as you've edited your posts. Okay, I do like that you've got links to things. Tag cloud should always be up higher because it's an organizational thing, and you want people to be able to see that first. You might consider changing this admin to actually being Abby or AP for Abby Piro, or however you want to do it. But admin is kind of general, and people will want to know who the authors are, and you can change that in the settings section of your blog. The tweets is nice. Let's take a look at a post. Here also, we don't know who the blog is by. Just you see that from the other one. 5 classes that will never go out of style. Never, ever go out of style. I didn't know that any of these songs were in style, but maybe that's just me. I Miss You by Blink-182. Are they still around? Okay, so here we have a bunch of URLs just sort of sitting around here. Maybe this was an attempt to get the video embedded. I'm not really sure, but those need to be removed. We also need to have some links, like to the Blink-182 website if they have one. How do we know that they're #1 rock tracks? Link to that. 42, link to that. If there's a Wikipedia page that tells you those kinds of things. Tim Burton's Night Before Christmas, link to that. How do you know the references? Where are the lines? Give us the lines, so on and so forth. We need these for each of them. Each should also Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Important side note, yesterday my son, my 4-year-old, kept us in the car because he wanted to listen to some Green Day that was on the radio. He's like, Daddy, I like this song. So we listened to Holiday from the awesome American Idiot record, and then we got out of the car and we went to daycare. It was a beautiful, beautiful thing. Awesome album. Perfect by Simple Plan. I don't even know who that is. That's more about me than about you. But again, this is sort of, why do you believe this? You're giving this, why is it always in your heart? Song be the first thing, blah, 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 blah. These are just stats. Anybody can do that. But why will they never go out of style? Why are they in style? How are they in style? What are they doing? Okay, so address those kinds of things. Check out the band. These links should be up here above, if wherever we have the Simple Plan name above here. Those links need to be up there. Okay. Let's see. Again, we need a category. Okay. Great. Okay, we got a nice little tag cloud here. You can see it's growing. Meta, good. Archives, category. Get rid of this. About is not a category. Concert reviews are. But about is not really a category. Okay, because there's a static page for that. But otherwise, it's looking good, and we just need to really add some sort of that kind of content to yours, contextualize things a little bit, and then you'll be all set. Imagine another blog about music. 27 Club. It's before you sent. Really? 45 years? Let's click on this. Okay, again, the first thing I see is I don't know whose blog this is, right? And then I look up here to see who it is, and I see uncategorized, and I just cringe. I don't get categories, categories, categories. We need categories. Again, admin, I mentioned that earlier. I like the fact that you have tweets, your tags maybe a little bit higher. That would be good too. Scroll down. Okay, so here we have one of these footers that is a sidebar footer. And what happens is if you put everything in this single footer, it all makes very long. So what we need to do is there should be 3 different sidebars for the footer, 1 for each column, maybe even 4 of them. So move these around to different places. Also, if you don't have any comments yet, get rid of these recent comments area, okay? Because we want to have that taken care of. And we really need categories, okay, Ali, because we really just, we just do. And links, there are no links anywhere on here. There are images, but no links. These images can be wrapped around around the text. So posts. So here, for example, with this image I was playing with the other day, this if you have an image and it's just sort of sitting around here, you can click on it and these little icons will pop up, and then you can just click align left and whoosh, things will just slide right on up there. Very exciting. Or you can have it to the right, you can have it to the center. Sometimes they'll go around that way. But here, you mostly want to have things wrapped around because it incorporates and puts together in the same field the image and the text. And the image is not just sort of plopped in there. Okay, that's a very strange sort of. I know this is it's a very strange sort of caption there. So my question is, how is any of the discussions that you're doing here? How is it? How are they different than any of the kinds of discussions that we're getting from other places? Can we have some videos to maybe some new things of Jimi Hendrix that have been found? I believe we need to have some links. Who are the people who have written about these things? Where can people read more? Okay. It's interesting that you put Janis Joplin down here, even though you mentioned her up top. Again, well, so we really wanted to see how these are considered in terms of the other places. This kind of post is very, if we look at the assignment page for the WordPress assignment, if we look at the brain pickings posts, that kind of post is really open to this kind of writing. So here we have, I haven't looked at this one yet, but we can see that so much is linked to some other places. A book about relating to some place on the public library, Amazon as well if you want to buy it. Things linking to certain things about time and relationships, things that are related to the post. Lots of discussion here. Lots of the ability to go and find new information for readers. Links provide readers with the ability to learn more than you're writing. You're saying that there's something else out there that has a lot of information that you can use. And this kind of post, all posts really can have that. But the goal is you really need to see your work within a larger conversation, not just as the one post, but as a part of the whole web community. And so I encourage you to really go ahead and do that. Okay? About. And there's no about page, so we really need that to be added as the assignments as stated. Okay, next. Photos and quotes, photos and quotes. Photos and photos and photos and quotes. Nice front page here. Wait, no, that's not the front page. I was looking at it earlier. Okay, here's the front page. I have a feeling there's something missing. Are there supposed to be images, featured images for each of these posts? If so, please do get those in there because they look a little lost without them. I like the little social media icons, very exciting. My photos, dorm pictures. Okay, so why is there a picture of the hallway? Just a question. What do we need to have a picture of a hallway for? Like, why are these important? Are you trying to say that you're a photographer? What are you trying to say about these kinds of things? So just be aware that people are going to have those kinds of questions. We have no idea who you are still because there's no name. Photos and quotes by Anna Smolin. Okay, you have photos and quotes, and then the subheading is photos and quotes. So let's maybe have a different subheading. We can do that. Is it necessary to say that you are a freshman at St. Joe's? Is this is it because this is sort of a look into your college life, it's sort of a college lifestyle blog, then that's important. If not, then we don't necessarily need that stuff. Let's go back to the front page. A book about a book. It's pretty obvious I love to read. Is it? It's pretty obvious you love to read. How is it pretty obvious that you love to read? Don't assume that your readers know that. Or if you are making reference to other posts within your blog, then link to those other posts. And each word here could be a link to another web page. So it's pretty obvious. Click that, click love to read, click. Because you're showing these are all different posts about things that you are reading. If I write about a book, that's one of my favorite books. Okay, we have no links, so we need links. This is nice. I like what you're doing here. You're sort of expanding on it. It's based on, we talked about these kinds of things. You might have the images centered. This one could be a little bit bigger. for example. Are these two images? Okay, so you could center those two images. And we really need to have some links. And here, as I've mentioned many times in the past, okay? I don't know why we don't have comments available to us, but we should have that. I like how you're expanding on ideas here, but we need to start linking out to different places. But this is a really nice, start with that kind of discussion. I don't see any footers or tag clouds or anything like that on this theme, but that just might be the theme itself. Okay, fourth down, Philly Sports Blog. Let's check it out. Front page. Okay, so we've got the tweets. That's nice. We've got two categories, so one of these needs to be removed. And we've got search also and tweets. This is sort of duplicated. We don't need it twice. This uncategorized. Get rid of uncategorized. That's one thing that we need to get rid of. Okay, let's take a look. Young person. All right, so we need links. The worst club is put together. How do you know? Link to a page that shows the history. How do we know they're ranked 20th and 29th? Link to it. Show us. Who's this photographed by? We need to have a citation. Okay, same with that one. If you're going to use images like this, make the size consistent. So make them the same width or the same. The same height doesn't really do it because it does this, but you really need to have the same width. You can crop it a little bit maybe, but we should really keep them, I guess, the way they are originally. Okay, so I also think that this Mikel Franco should be a part of this link because it's all the same, because you're not just linking to Rookie of the Year contenders. Okay, so we really just need some more links. Change the admin. Let's get these out of good. Posted in Phillies. But we need to get rid of the uncategorized also. So let's undo that. We don't have any tags, so let's please add some tags. About, this is an about page that has not been created, so please create that. And you want to either get rid of this or add something to it so that it doesn't have this sort of default text. Since there are no tags, there's nothing showing up in your tag cloud. You have search bars all over. You don't really need that many of them. Again, and we have no idea who this is blogged by. Okay. All right, Liquid blog by Carly Montecalvo. We know exactly whose that is. Free flowing and bright. That's a nice little definition of who you are. This is your about page, and it looks like you've made your about page your home page. Okay. If this is the case, it's nice that we have this. If this is the case that you're having your about page as your home page, then please link to all the different things, like your Liquid blog, for example. You should have Encompass's blog post called Liquids, and you need a link to that so that they see to go to that. And then you should also have some links to the different posts that you've done, like She Advocates. Always sort of link back to yourself so that people are able to stay within. Okay. Categories, good. Portfolio, tag cloud. Tag cloud might be up a little higher. Recent posts. You've got two categories, 1, 2, so notice that. Blog roll, be a little higher. Search always goes at the top because that's something that people really want to see. All right, let's go to your Liquid blog. Dorm room, drinks. Attention college students, this one's for you. Pictures, please. We'd love to have some pictures. You don't need colons after big headings like this. You know, it'd be nice to have links to the Pope being in the city, or a link to Our Hand Left You Indoors, or all the tiresome time in college. Okay. Hot shot. This is basically perfect little appliance. It'd be great to have some pictures of these types of drinks to make. Hot chocolate. tea, coffee. Can we have something a little bit more creative? You know, even in a college dorm room, you should be able to have something more than hot chocolate, tea, and coffee. It's like, well, yes, of course, on a cold or fall evening, a nice little hot chocolate or tea, as I'm drinking right now, uh, would be wonderful. But let's give us a little bit more to um, that. Okay, some more extra beverages. So your tweets. Nice. Okay. Zero comments. Like, that's good. Tweeted by you. Blah, blah, blah. Liquid category. Tags. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So I think we just need to start adding some more links, get those images up going in there, and otherwise it's looking really, really nice. Food vibes. Okay, Carolyn. The first, you need to have significantly more posts. This theme is not a great theme, just to be honest. It's kind of childlike. It's got like 1, 2, 3 big rectangles, and it doesn't really do much for us. And it doesn't. We really need to have a lot more completed on here. Okay, links, the images you need to go inside, and there really just needs to be a lot more done in here. As I'm sure you know, we need categories, we need tags, and we really need to find a presentation that works in this. Okay, Cassandra. This blog just makes me happy. It just is. I love the typewriter. I love um, the layout is great. The way it's put together, tweets, recent posts, pages, playlists, interviews. A tag cloud might work. The one thing that is it's too bad it's so thin because the font face is so large, and the writing area is thin. Are any of these links? Okay, so you've got this is sort of an interesting thing. You've got these things underlined here. But when we see underlines on the web, we want to click on it, right? So here we can click on it. Sophia Gavin, DC Sound. Okay. So why are we not linking to her? Does she have a web page? She's a St. Joe's sophomore, comm major, hometown DC, Y music, period. The Beatles. Because we know this is Q&A, we don't need quotation marks, okay? Why link to Pitchfork but not Spotify? Why link to Pitchfork but not Hansley Brothers Band, Badlands, or Laney, or each of these should, if you're going to link to one, they should be linking to all of them, okay? Grateful Dead, any Taylor Swift song. So don't forget to keep an eye out for Sophia's blog, but we need a link to the blog and social media for that too. Okay, now you can follow her in these different areas, and it was found there's like it's categorized all these different things. Nice, very good. Let's see. Now yours has interesting. It's got 2 menus, right? So just be aware of that. And we don't need both of these. So somewhere in your menu settings, go ahead and make sure you're okay with that. I'm Cassandra, and welcome to Sounds of the City. Okay, so I don't know if you need to locate yourself first and foremost as a comm major at St. Joe's University. This blog has so much going for it that you really should, I think, just should be discussing yourself as a music writer, someone who writes, who does music writing, okay? And then you're a native New Yorker. And put your thing, your thing, put the thing that's basically your thing at the top, and then you can say that you're a mango smoothie drinker, okay? Latest obsessions, that's great. Concert reviews, I like that you're doing that. That's wonderful. Listen, explore, and enjoy. Okay, I'm curious where you got this image from. So I hope that you made it, because if not, then we can't use it. Okay, unless someone has given you permission to use it, then that's another thing altogether. And if that's the case, and you know the person who makes these wonderful little drawings, you might say in your about page that the drawing above is by so and so, and you can go buy his or her wonderful little drawings someplace at that certain place. Okay, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. What happens if we click on the Instagram? Private. Okay. So this is an interesting little thing, because you're encouraging people to go here. You're saying, go look at my Instagram page. And then when we get here, we're saying, no, it's private. So either remove the Instagram link or make the account public. Okay. So you shouldn't be putting things on there that you're not going to be pleased about having. Okay. All right. Really looks nice, really nice. I wish I got to go and see as much music as you do. All right, so that's the end of the first video. I hope you found that all useful. If you do have questions about any of the things that I've suggested and you can't figure out how to go ahead and do that, you can contact me, send me an email, or if you want to pop by my office hours, just click on this little Book Now page link, and it will bring you someplace that looks like this. And you can choose a time to meet. All right. Look forward to seeing more of your blogs. Later.